All right, single team mock draft. And now we're going with my favorite team in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Figured this could be fun as a Tampa Bay fan, doing a 3-round mock draft, seeing, what I would want to do. And this is what I would do, not what I think the Buccaneers will do. A lot of times those are very different. And one thing I'm going to check is I'm going to go slow here when I start the draft and just see, actually, maybe I'll even check, do with a draft before a trade before the draft starts and see, is there a way I could get, I don't know, like the Cardinals number 3 overall pick? What would it take? Looks like it would take more than just an additional, maybe 2 seconds and 2 first. That feels a bit tough, right? Probably the better move would be to just wait a year than to trade that much. So let's at least start. Let's see if maybe if a quarterback falls, then I'll consider it. But as of right now, we're going to see. So, okay, Bryce Young first overall. Maybe if Richardson goes here, I'll look at number 3. Okay, no, that's not happening. Not going to give up 2 first. Let's see what the Colts do. Hoping that, Will Levis is the one. Don't love Will Levis. Maybe if he falls a little bit further, I'll consider it. But as of right now, I think we're not going quarterback in this spot. We're instead, Will Levis at 7. Not going quarterback. Not sure if this will actually work. That's okay. Cool. So we're just going to go ahead now. Go to our pick at number 19. And hey, there's some good players here. I really like a couple of these players. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Kalijah Cansey are 2 players I like a lot. So them being number 1 and 2, and even Brian Branch. I mean, these are 3 good players. So given the fact that there's a few players I really like, could I do a slight trade down? The Ravens would I guess the issue is, could all 3 of those players I like go in the next 3 picks if I trade down with the Ravens? Potentially, but let's just see what I can get out of it. Can I get pick 86? I can get pick 86 and maybe 124. Can I get maybe a future second? That's a bit not quite there, but I don't know. Let's just do this. Why not? Let's see what happens. I'll go slowly, and hopefully I can still get one of the guys who I like. So let's see how this works. First, it has to be accepted, and it is. Okay, so now I will resume the draft, and hoping that one of those 3 players that I mentioned remains on the board as the Seahawks go after Deontay Banks, who I like a lot too. So I wouldn't have been mad about him necessarily. Zay Flowers goes at 21. And then for the Buccaneers, Brian Branch or Kalijah Cansey. I think Branch fills a need more, but shouldn't go after need. I'm going Kalijah Cansey. Imagine him next to Vita Vea. Yeah, that would be pretty exciting. I would be a fan of that. So let's hurry up the draft process now and get back to my next pick. Added a couple of picks here, which is good. One of them won't be in this draft class, but in a future draft class. And it's interesting because, again, PFF seemingly always has these BJ Ojulari and Tulupu. They always kind of fall. They also have Hendon Hooker is always a lot lower in the mock draft board, but then he always goes higher, which is confusing to me. But couple ways I could go with this. Tanner McKee, excuse me. I always call him Tanner McKee for some reason. Tanner McKee is someone who, hey, taking a flyer on a quarterback this late would not be against it. Still feel like there's some more talent available. So give me BJ Ojulari, guy who could, position of need, could potentially work out. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But, this feels like position, getting a solid pick here. And then, Nathaniel Dell, someone who I'm finding interesting, someone who could be, listen, I'm always a fan of drafting wide receivers. So especially in this spot, that's kind of why I would be interested in it. And, as my old expression goes, you never let a day 2 go by without drafting at least one safety or receiver. But give me, DTR right here. I know it's a reach, but I like it. Getting him in the 3rd round, taking a flyer on him, you don't have to worry about if he's going to start or not. Because if he sucks, okay, fine, no big deal. You don't have to. He's not someone you're drafting with the intention of him being like a day 1 starter. You have Baker Mayfield. He's simply just a plan B if the Baker Mayfield thing doesn't work out. That's how I view him. That's worth it for me. And then, I'll go Anthony Johnson Jr. here with pick 86 because he is someone who fills a need at this point. I think they could use another safety. So great in the draft. I hope I did good. Hopefully PFF is a fan of my my work. I did a lot of tough stuff here. Okay. A-. They hated the DTR pick. All right, fair enough. But you know what? Hendon Hooker, I wanted more, and he was already gone. So what am I supposed to do? It's only a 3-round mock draft. I can't draft him in round 4. Had to get him now. Kalijah Cansey and the trade itself, I think would be great. I think that if we can trade down, that's the move. If you can trade down in general, it's pretty much always the correct decision. Now, again, will the Ravens actually move up a few spots to get a receiver? Maybe. I could see it. I don't think it's crazy. And then again, you could say the DTR pick is not a great one, but Kancey probably would have been my pick at 22. So, or at 19, excuse me. So we trade back, get DTR and get an additional pick that would be in 124. Who knows what happens with that? But basically, we got DTR for free and still got the player we wanted. This would feel like I feel like a great draft here. BJ Ojulari is a fine a fine flyer, and I guess PFF doesn't love Anthony Johnson Jr. I'm not saying he's great or anything, but I don't know. A round 3 safety, that feels right. He could come in and play right away. Feels like there's value there. So that is my Buccaneers mock draft. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you have traded up the future first and 2 future seconds to the Cardinals to get Anthony Richardson? Let me know. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.